In the next 30 minutes on the marketplace, government may consider applying for debt restructuring under the G20 Common Framework if the country fails to access the international capital market in the first half of the year. We have more from the international research institution Red Intelligence. Meanwhile, Fitch Solutions has stated that the country's financing challenges is set to rise if yields remain high. Also in the bulletin, government pushes for passage of the tax exemption bill before implementation of the 2022 budget.
We've been talking about this exemptions bill from 2017, 2018, and in fact, we just submitted a draft to cabinet. The plan is to try and get it laid before Parliament before we submit the budget.
And we have more from the just ended Stanbic Graphic Breakfast business meeting there. Plus, we bring you sights and sound from the Expo 2020 Dubai ongoing until March 2022 with a focus on Ghana.
What's up, guys? My name is Sammy Forson, host of the Weekend City Show and Ignition right here on Joy 99.7 FM. Well, anytime you happen to be busy and you miss out on your favorite shows right here on Joy FM, here's what you can do. Log on to myjoyonline.com/podcast. Just go on there and you'll find all your shows on demand 24/7. There you can catch up. Remember, Joy FM remains your radio for discerning listeners.
Now, Cabinet is deliberating on the final draft of the tax exemption bill as government pushes for it to be laid before Parliament at the end of this year. This is an assurance from the Minister of State at the Finance Ministry, Charles Eduboahim. The bill, which is long overdue when passed into law, would help government streamline tax exemptions for businesses and foreign investors in the country. Speaking at the Stanbic Bank Graphic Business Breakfast meeting, Mr. Eduboahim expressed confidence that Cabinet will fast-track the bill to get it laid in Parliament as soon as possible.
I totally agree. I mean, we've been talking about this exemptions bill from 2017, 2018, and in fact, we just submitted a draft to Cabinet. The plan is to try and get it laid before Parliament before we submit the budget. I think we have a meeting tomorrow to finalize that and get it laid. But the objective is not to enter 2022 without the exemptions bill laid. It's taking too long. I didn't mention it because I get embarrassed because, you know, it's like a lot of talk. I think you kind of alluded to that, but no action. So, you know, I want to see the action first before, you know, we speak. Same with the property rates. We've done a lot of work. I'm sure you've all seen now the plaques in front of the houses that, you know, have provided everybody with a digital address. That is a first step to us being able to provide a common platform to apply property taxes and property rates and to get that done. That is something else that we've said time and again. Unfortunately, it's taken us a long time to get it done, but we are almost there. That's another thing that I'm certain come January of next year, you'd see a full rollout. And, you know, those are some of the very low-hanging fruit that everybody points to that we really have to get done, you know, just to show that we are serious and that we mean what we say. I didn't understand the question about the private sector debt. I didn't understand exactly what was meant by that. You know, I think when it comes to private sector, the challenge is to deal with, to grow businesses.
For this particular expo, what can you say about Ghana's presence there? Is it being felt?
Well, yes, it certainly has. While I spent time in the Ghana pavilion, there were quite a lot of people coming in and showing interest in various sectors. There were a bunch of people who were interested in mining, some were interested in our tourism, some were interested in our exports and our products like shea butter, coconut oil and other things. But if you will just dial back, the World Expo concept has been going on for more than 170 years. And a lot of great things have happened. The very first live television broadcast was actually at the New York World's Fair in 1939. Alexander Graham Bell in 1876 was also able to showcase the concept of the telephone at Philadelphia Centennial Exposition of Arts and Manufacturers. And so the concept this time around is to bring people together, connect minds, and create the future. And that's exactly what I think that the Dubai government or the United Arab Emirates government have done with the Expo 2020 Dubai. And Ghana certainly is not.
Great, great. Well, I'm very much interested about Ghana because, as you rightly stated, the theme, hovering around connecting minds and creating the future. Did we actually live up to this theme? Did Ghana's pavilion live up to this theme?
Well, for a Ghanaian, it would be very, difficult to say that we didn't. Everything that you would expect was covered. Everything from our arts, from our culture, from the investment opportunities and the sectors, the prime sectors. So there's tourism, there's culture, there's agriculture, there is mining has not been left out. Of course, cocoa plays a center, piece in this particular pavilion, and our gold, the bauxite opportunities, and you name it, everything has been showcased. And the team there have, great expertise and understanding of these opportunities, and they're able to talk to the visitors into the pavilion who have questions and have interest in learning about where the prime areas for opportunities of investment are for them. So as far as bringing the world into our pavilion, I think that we have been a very, very popular destination at the Expo 2020.
You have a very wide experience when it comes to brands in Shura, and you did visit, various pavilions there from various countries. Help me understand the positioning of Ghana's brand. Was it done properly from your perspective? Was it attractive enough for prospective investors?
Well, as you know me, I'm always looking to better my best, and there's always room for improvement. The fair, mind you, is going on until the 22nd of March next year. From what I have seen, there's still room for improvement, but the first showing, as I have witnessed it, not a bad step at all. The decor is well laid out, a mix of actual photographs and prints and audiovisual element is very well done. We have a small space that is called Kejetia, where you can actually go and sample some Ghanaian products, whether it's from Ghanaian cosmetics made out of shea butter or coconut oil, and cocoa products are all available, as well as some Ghanaian fashions. So in terms of layout, yes, but if you start comparing what we've done to the likes of the UK pavilion, Swiss pavilion, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia, is mind-blowing. And of course, I mean, as the accounts would say, so you can't expect that we would be comparing ourselves to economies that are way bigger than us. But I think if it's about making a statement and showing that we do have something to offer to the world, I think that we've done that, and it can only get better from here.
Indeed. Finally, before we let you go, Inshura, we have seen specific MOUs being signed. That of the GIPC with, the Dubai administration there. What other investment, instrument are we picking up from your desk regarding investment flows from those in Dubai and, those here in Ghana?
In a conversation with a member of the team at the pavilion, one of the things they mentioned was that we're looking at some partnerships with the UAE government with regards to cocoa specifically, looking at possible improvement in the way we're producing the cocoa, storing them, the actual processing. We're looking at hopefully beefing up the scale at which we do this. As you know, cocoa accounts for quite a substantial amount of our export. But at the moment, it goes out as raw material, and hopefully we can add some value to it.
Inshirado, we're so grateful that you could join us with your perspective and as well your experience having to visit the Ghana Pavilion as the Dubai Expo 2020. We're grateful once again. About 10,000 businesses and startups are up to benefit from a new initiative by the Asante-Hene Otumfuo II as a tool to rebuild the local economy after COVID-19. Known as the Otumfuo Entrepreneurship Challenge, it is aimed at addressing both underemployment and the employment situation in the Ashanti region and, by extension, the entire country. The main objective is to provide relevant support for the youth in the Ashanti region to start, grow, build and expand their businesses. Prince Apia has more in this report.
Apart from the enabling environment, the main challenge of entrepreneurship and startups continue to be access to capital and technical support. This is what the Otumfuo Entrepreneurship Challenge was set up to address. With initial target being businesses in the Shanti region, it is projected to extend to other parts of the country. Michael Kwetia, the project lead.
So this new initiative is trying to tackle unemployment and particularly underemployment in Ghana. So the initiative obviously comes from Asante Mine and is aimed at helping mainly Asante Mine youth to start and grow businesses that will create wealth and jobs at the same time. So it's a 5-year project and we're targeting to at least engage with over 10,000 businesses, and will provide direct support to about 1,000 businesses and financial to support about 50 businesses over the 5-year period.
The project will also target businesses in the informal sector and empower them. Mr. Kwetia is positive this will strengthen the informal sector.
One of the things we hope this project will achieve is a lot of formalization of the informal sector businesses. So it's not a project designed at only high-level business projects, but rather our indigenous type of businesses that solve our day-to-day problems that we can help grow and expand in that. So the form will be through an application, and once the application satisfies one of the main needs of being able to create jobs and scale and solve local problems, then the experts' jobs is to actually help these businesses grow over a period of time.
Sunpower Innovations and Agroecom Ghana Limited, a licensed cocoa buying company, are some of the partners of the foundation that support agricultural production. Richard Siuli is General Manager of Agroecom Ghana Limited.
Looking at the benefits that came out of this program, we decided to renew the program with an additional 200,000. So now we are into the program for the next 4 years again with a 1.6 million. And this time we want to expand the reach. One of the basic, most challenging issue with farmers has got to do with the right agro products, chemicals. So we intend to bring that also into the program to facilitate the farmers to acquire good agriculture agro inputs that can help them have the better yield.
These were reviewed when the foundation introduced the new board of trustees to the Asantehene during the Akweside. Nana Professor Oheneba Boacheji Wahine II is board chairman of the trustees.
Na ejumedi no doso ena kuku no so na ya doso near Otumfuo Education Fund, Otumfuo Charity Foundation, Sewampen Foundation. Ye feni nyina na fe ne duru ba bia na te say ye nipa mbienu no ko faako. Anya se kire se bi e kwa kwasre bibi afri company bo ha Foundation Education Fund ko na Sewampen Foundation so ko na kwa ko yesi a boy black akra te ense de nyina ba ba hye chiniye ba ko ase. I friend Otumfuo Osetu to the second foundation. It Otumfuo Osetu to the second foundation. I say if your foundations in also it is up.
Meanwhile, Asantehene Otumfuo Osetu to the second charged the board to effectively grow the foundation.
Mama na nan mutsimo ye da ezanzu Otumfuo be say the amonso me ba yire mo amoye.
The Otumfuo said to the second foundation's mission is to improve the quality of life of beneficiaries by enhancing access to good quality education, health and sustainable infrastructure, while promoting programs in ICT, tourism and socio-economic empowerment. Prince Apia reporting.
Now, GIZ Ghana says it is collaborating with Don Bosco Technical Institute under the Invest for Jobs initiatives to see 2,000 individuals trained and 70% of them connected with local industries by the end of 2022. Invest for Jobs is an initiative of the German Federal Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development being implemented by the GIZ. The acting component leader, cluster focus of the special initiative at GIZ, Dana Krieger, says the initiative is supporting Don Bosco with more than 1 million euros. There is more in the following report from Kwame Yanka.
Under the corporation, Don Bosco Technical Institute offers short-term training and placement services in automobile, electrical and electronics, hospitality, logistics and warehousing. 205 young men and women have so far been trained successfully, with almost 60% of them placed in companies for their internship. Speaking to Joy Business, acting component leader, cluster focus of the special initiative at GIZ, Dana Krieger says some trainees are already integrating very well as host companies intend to keep 23 of them.
So the unique selling point of that concept is that it is not only vocational training, but it is linked to the private sector's needs. So we are in contact, or Don Bosco and especially their job placement officers are in contact with the companies, ask about their needs, ask about if the skills are enough, if the practical knowledge is enough, and they can adapt that, and they can really also make that, fill that gap between the education and the industry. So that's why we really think this is a project that is worth to support, and we are happy to have the opportunity to support it.
That'll be it for the marketplace. We have more news on myjoyonline.com. I'm Charles Aite. Many thanks for watching.